Welcome back! What's today? I'm so excited. Today is sharing the reveal of my micro, mini, tiny bathroom remodel. I had to remodel it, no choice in that matter. And the time had come to remodel it because my brother had gotten the vinyl flooring, the sheet vinyl flooring totally soaked through. And it had to come up and I had to take up part of the subfloor, and it just had to happen. So I went with it. I went with it on a budget. It was really a pretty darn good deal. Without plumbing, it all came to under $1,000, and then with plumbing, maybe $1,500 or so for the whole bath remodel, which isn't bad. And I'll break down the numbers as we go as well. So follow along, come watch, and let's get a little inspiration for our tiny micro bathrooms, because I know how hard it is to think, what do I do with this tiny space? No easy thing getting this all done. But we're getting there. We're getting the floor prepped. We've got a little more scrubbing to get some of the glue off, but then it will be ready to prep it for actually putting down the glue in the floor. Oh my goodness, I'll be so excited. And then after that, we do the toilet and the vanity. Okay. So one of the things you gotta do is you gotta really clean your workspace. So I've gone over this 3 times already, sweeping before I do my floor putty around any edges and holes that I need to then sand down. So sweep, sweep, sweep. So I've done another sweep round. Sweep, 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 scrubbing, scrubbing it. Scoured it. We've cut in some more new subflooring. I have patched uneven areas. Now it's not going to be perfectly even, but it's much improved. We've really scrubbed this, and I have gotten to the point where we either had to take out the whole subflooring, which was an issue because this subflooring was laid down and then some of the trim and wall work was done. So we're talking like maybe having to cut it out with a circular saw in here, or like pulling back some of the wall to do it. So what I did, I decided I was just going to improve the subflooring and strengthen it where it needed it, and kind of leave it at that. If I have an issue with the flooring that goes down and it yellows because there is some glue backing, we have scrubbed, and we've been 2 days doing this, yellowing it, I will just put a new layer of vinyl flooring down, because this is very, very thin vinyl flooring that will actually make it softer. And I can lay it over the flooring. So I'm going to do the first layer, I'm going to lay down the new flooring with the glue, I'm going to do all that, and then I'm going to wait and see how it does. I'm going to caulk the edges, I'm going to treat it like this is the final floor, and if it really doesn't work, because the subflooring was going to wind up being so difficult to take out, we tried to test it out some corners. I'm just going to layer it over because it's so thin, it's not going to add a lot of height difference. But so yeah, the floor is ready. Let's lay some vinyl flooring. It's very exciting. It's kind of nerve-wracking. So this, ta-da, is the new flooring. And I think it's a classic look, right? It's kind of got a little marbly look to it, and the little black squares, can you see that? Have a little marble veining to it, and they're all different, which I like. I think for under 60 cents, that's right, 60 cents, not dollars, a square foot, it works. It's very, vinyl sheet flooring is incredibly resilient. No, that's mommy's. So you gotta be careful of, you have to respect my tools. You know, with a toddler in a very small bathroom space that gets quite wet. We're going with this, and it was easier to do than tiles. That's an emergency last minute thing. I will show you though what I don't like, and what the people at Home Depot did not tell us. As we were taking it around, it bent in two corners because we had it on top of a shopping cart, which is where they put it. And it bent and it damaged the flooring. And to the point where I'm really gonna have to think about how to cut this, because I think parts of the flooring are now unusable. So you can't let this stuff bend. It should have been like a stick, a PVC tube or something should have been rammed through the center because it's hollow when they roll it, to keep this safe. So heads up, Home Depot does not tell you that, and this is a big issue, so I'm going to show you. Okay, Abraham, can you get out of the way? Hold on. Yes, I know you want all the data milk all the time. So these, it's just totally ruined. It hasn't, I'm hoping it will eventually roll out, but I don't think that it will. And it's this entire length, so it's damaged from here on. From here on, I can't use it. And to a lesser degree, it's damaged this part too, because there are two folds. So this is the regular floor, looks pretty nice, right? And then you get over here, and it's just creped up and wrinkled and ruined. So that's really frustrating, because that then hinders how I'm going to cut it. It makes me having to join seams. And I didn't get seam tape because I got enough that it should just be sheet by sheet. And your goal with sheet vinyl is to lay the sheet, right? Because that's part of its waterproofness. Joining it is not a good option. So we're going to see how this goes. I am annoyed with it though, immensely, because that's a really expensive mistake. Rawr. Alrighty, let's start cutting it though. We're going to use this guy. Let me show you. So I got this in the sheet vinyl thing. I think it was $6. Now I normally buy dollar store X-Acto knives, but this puppy, it's got the grip. It's fabulous. I love this thing. I've been using it to get some of the gluing off, and you saw cutting the old sheet vinyl, and it just cuts it like butter. It's amazing. So I highly recommend buying a good one that is for sheet vinyl. It wasn't the most expensive one there. It's like the mid-range. I think it was worth it. So we measured, lined everything up. I just used a pencil because I can't find my construction pencil. And then we've marked everything on here. We're doing 1 inch on each side extra so that we can cut it down once it's in the bathroom. So I have a giant packing sized piece of cardboard. Let me move the coffee table for you. That we're using as our backing to cut through. And that is very thick. It's folded in half. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, guys, you're going to come along with me as we make our first cut. It's nerve-wracking. By the way, this here, that hand, that belongs to Uncle Moose. So leave a comment and say, hey Uncle Moose, thanks for helping. Ooh, look at that beautiful cut. Oh, that knife is like making everything cut through. Sweet, sweet butter. You might ask yourself, why is Uncle Moose doing the cutting? Because I am incapable of cutting in a straight line, and you think like I'm exaggerating. I actually am. And so I thought it wise that since my brother was in town, he could do the cutting for me.
No more back, Mommy. Okay. Ew. What back?
I think you just knocked a little thing over. It's okay.
What he? I.
Alrighty, so we glued it down. I didn't show you the whole time we were gluing because it takes a long time. That took me like 40 minutes for this 5x7 room. And we pressed out the air bubbles by hand. Now we're gonna use a paint roller and we're gonna just press out any air bubbles.
Oh, me too, me too.
Absolutely. Little monkey's gonna help.
Yeah.
And we've got a teeny lip going by the edge of the tub that I'm gonna caulk, and we're hoping that that helps with future water damage. Okay, good job. Overall, I am really happy with it. I think the floor is just a huge difference, absolutely. And you might ask, so why did I go with sheet vinyl? Because it's so durable, it's so water resistant, and this is a bathroom without a window and with a toddler, and it's very small, so it gets wet and damp. And I dry it all the time, right? You know, I put on the fan and mop up after bath time, but this was durable. Second, it was cheap. And I wasn't expecting to have to do this remodel until next year. So I went, okay, affordable is good. It was also, number 3, something that I could do. I had like 36, 24 hours to get this done. When my brother was in town after he flooded my flooring, let's just say moistened. I shouldn't use the word flood. Floods are real things. To anybody that has had a flood in their house, that is horrible. I feel if you dampened my floor to the point where the glue was peeling off. So I kind of had to get it done, and it was actually really easy, as you've seen, to get it in. I really like it. I think it makes the bathroom so much brighter, and it's a flatter grain than the old stuff, so it doesn't hold as much dirt, which is awesome. I love having counter space. I cannot say enough how much I love having counter space. Oh my god. I can actually like keep mouthwash and my toothbrushes on the counter without them trying to fall into the toilet. It's awesome. I love the new toilet. It's got a soft close lid, which is great because my son likes to try and crush things, you know, so woo! I'm trying to teach him to be gentle to the new things. Overall, I love the bathroom remodel. It's been piece by piece. You guys remember when I talked about putting up this towel shelf above the door, which meant that I was able to get rid of all the stuff that sits down here and then just have my double towel rack for my son and I. And slowly but surely it's all come together, and I think it's really beautiful. It still needs baseboards and a little bit of caulking at the edges of those. Sorry, my arm is just getting tired. But I'm so happy to have it be done, and I really like everything. And it's all just from home improvement stores. I looked around what was on sale, what was a good price naturally, and we will see how it's gonna wear. And I'll give you an update video in maybe 6 to 9 months. But so far, I'm really excited. So here's the new toilet. It's got press button, which allows for a closer clearance here. So it gave me from 22-inch counter to a 30-inch counter. It's a huge difference. This has a sliding door that is going to mimic this sliding barn door that will go up on my bathroom door soon. It's got little drawers. Cultured marble countertop, and I reused the faucet that I had to save money. We've got our IKEA little rack here. It'll hold a hand towel, so I don't have to drill into where the electrical is. And mirrors. Thanks for following along. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you always see our DIY and my vlog and my lifestyle videos on here. Until next time, I will see you on Patreon. I will see you on Instagram. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear, what do you think of the remodel? If you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. But no, let me know. What do you think? I think I got a ton more space. I went from a 22-inch counter to a 30-inch counter. Awesome. I really like the new toilet with the little press buttons. I think they're just great. So thank you so much for following along. I love sharing these. Until next time.